What's up, guys? It's your Commissioner, Beeros Drive Fantasy Football League, coming at you from the great state of Texas. Don't you all wish you were here? Probably not, some of you. Had another good week this week, so I'm going to go into a little bit of a recap. I'll flash the standings, I'll give out our prop bet award for the week, and then go into a little bit of week 5. So let's start at the bottom of the scoreboard from this week. So AJ, former commissioner, got another W over Keaton. Won by about 20 points or so. Keaton's really best player, two best players, the Bills defense and the Bills quarterback. Also, one of AJ's best players was the Bills kicker. I will get to that in a little bit. But AJ moves to 3-1. Kyler back to 500 at 2-2. Next matchup was the highest scoring team of the week against the lowest scoring team of the week. Kyler got his first win, 149 to Matt Brand's 68.15. So it looks like Kyler and Matt have already got to the point where Kyler's renamed Matt's team. So Matt Brand drops to 3-1, but is still in first place based on points. And 68.15, not the lowest score of the year so far. That still remains Javo's record for the year from week 1, where he scored less than 60. And I just had to point that out. Matt Brand, his highest scoring player, had 14.6 points. Actually, Kyler could have beaten him alone with Patrick Mahomes, Cordero Patterson, and Austin Eckler. 3 players would have beat his entire team. But rough week for Matt Brand, but I think he'll get back on the wagon. Still the highest scoring team in the league overall. One of the closer matchups of the week, Ross Wilson got to 500 with a win, 121 over Rob, 113. Rob did have a shot going in on Monday Night Football, maybe with a tight end or something. I remember him saying he was watching. Man, Rob did have a couple really good players in here. Jalen Hurts over 30 points. DJ Moore and Ezekiel Elliott both with 20, but Ross's team just had a really good showing, second highest score of the week. Let's see, we've got Derek's team getting back to 500 as well, 2-2. 106 points over Matt Mullins, 83 points. Derek, it looks like you can change your name back to whatever you'd like since you won. Just looking at kind of the standard players for Matt Brand's team. Lamar Jackson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is actually the only 2 players he had that scored in double digits. Derek got a really good game from scary Terry McLaurin in the Halloween spirit there. Last matchup of the week was myself getting a win, 104.5 to 88.9 for Javo. Javo is stuck at 0-4. Has to continue keeping that name change that I had him do the first week. He did have a really good week from Saquon Barkley and Matt Stafford, but Tyreek Hill kind of put up a historic fantasy day there with 36 points from a wide receiver. Very glad I ended up with Tyreek Hill on all 4 of my fantasy football teams this year. So, with that being said, I'm going to flash the standings up here right now. So there are the standings. Just to go over them again, Matt Brand still in first, 3-1, tied with myself and AJ. He's got the lead because of total overall points. And actually, an interesting fact, if you noticed, AJ and I, our total points after 4 weeks is only separated by 1/10 of a point. So that's pretty close. Matt Mullins is also tied at 3-1, but I think as ESPN has it, Brand, AJ, and myself all have a 90+% chance of making the playoffs. And even though Matt Mullins is 3-1, I think it's got him in like the 58% chance. So maybe they see something in his team that is not a good showing. So maybe tweak that lineup a little bit, Mullins. All right, done with that. We will go to the Week 5 matchups. But actually, before we get to the Week 5 matchups, final thing to do for the week 4, the prop bet. I did a random selection of the prop bet categories. We will flash those on the screen right now in case you forgot. And this week's winner, the category is the Ross, which if you look at your listing is the highest kicker score. And the winner of that this week was AJ. AJ's kicker from the Buffalo Bills had 16 points, kind of ran away with it. Fun fact, AJ's kicker scored more points than anyone individually on Matt Brand's team this week. So that'll make Ross happy. AJ, I'll send you your $15 here after I get done editing the video. Speaking of AJ, week 5 matchups, myself, current commissioner, and AJ, former commissioner. We are in 2nd and 3rd place respectively at 3 and 1. So we will match up this week. We've both got young quarterbacks with Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert. So we will see if our good luck can continue. Well, one of our good luck's going to continue, and one is going to drop to 3 and 2. We've got Matt Mullins against Rob. Right now, the way it looks, Rob's projected to win pretty handily. So really, Mullins is going to be hoping that Christian McCaffrey can come back from injury. I'm not sure if he's coming back this week or not. Next matchup, we've got the first place team in the league, Matt Brand. Of course Matt Brand has Tom Brady. Doesn't he always have Tom Brady? Against Derek's 2 and 2 team. Projection is pretty close there, so we'll see if Derek can try to claw his way up the leaderboard there. Next on the list, we have 2 and 2 teams. 5th place and 6th place. Keaton against Ross. Keaton, I have to say, it's probably going to be tough this week being a Chiefs fan, but also having Jared Allen for the Bills. Should be a pretty good Sunday night football game. I think we'll have a lot of things riding on Sunday night and Monday night football this week. Last but not least, we've got the 8th place Kyler twinning hard, 1 and 3 against Javo, 0 and 4 at the Basements. Hopefully, Javo's really going to be struggling to get that first win, but their projection right now is within half a point of each other. So I don't really have a whole lot else this week. If anybody's got any questions for me, please let me know. AJ, I'll send you your money here as soon as the video is done. We've got a Thursday night football game tomorrow. I can't really remember who it is. I don't think it's super exciting, but I do know that it is on Amazon Prime. So anybody that doesn't have the NFL Network, myself included, if you want to watch some Thursday night football tomorrow, just flip on Amazon, and I think you'd be able to watch it if you want to. That's all I got. I'm not going to ramble on anymore, try to come up with anything. Good luck in week 5. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.